Hello there boys and girls, luckySkillFaker here and welcome back to another CSGO video. So today I want to share with you guys my top 10 self-boosts and jumps that I use on cache. You might already know them, and if you do, feel free to leave a like to show everyone that you did. But I would say, let's get it going. So, first of all, we would have our nice little A main smoke. Keep in mind, all of these are kind of only there in order to surprise the enemies. You're kind of a sitting duck if you do them. But if you want to do, just smoke A main deep and preferably followed up with a flash like this. Jump onto the bricks and then onto the box with crouch jumps like this. And you can get a nice, good, off and odd angle on them. So you usually are able to see them before they are able to see you. And you really want to make each shot count. Next up, we'd have this squeaky door jump. Get onto the wooden box, onto CT red, and strafe onto the blue door. Of course, you have to open squeaky previously. If you don't, you can jump up there. Again, if you're up here, you can basically get a good angle on A main again. Couple of angles right here. And also you can stay on the lamp if you prefer to do so because you're minimizing yourself as a target. You can also close the door if you just look down and press E while jumping up. But I would say, let's move on to our next little jump. Number 3, the electric box jump. So basically you just get onto the box with a crouch jump and strafe around the corner. Once again, nice little off angle on highway right here. And basically what you want to do is stay as far back as you can so you can easily fall back and fall down in order to not get shot. Next spot would have the quad/lamp jump. This one is a little harder for beginners, to be honest, but as soon as you master strafing somewhat, or at least just a little bit, you can get out again on CT red right here, and then strafe onto quad. You can then again stay on quad like you do right here, or jump onto these lamps. There are actually 4 of them, and each of them again gives you another nice little angle that you can look into A main with. And once again, these one are kind of a little bit more helpful from my point of view because it's just a lot easier to drop down and to surprise the enemy like this. And once you drop down, you are again behind quad or behind CT red, which provides lots of cover. But let's move on to our next spot. So for number 5, we'll have the stop sign boost. So if you have really pushy CTs and you want to punish them for pushing, you can do this trick right here and just shoot them with an AWP preferably by getting up onto the sign and looking through the fence right here. This also of course works if you're saving as a CT and you want to try to get some exit frags on some of the terrorists. And as you can see, if we look back, you're kind of a hard target to hit back there or to see. Next up, we'd have another saving spot, and that would be in T-spawn. So what you can do right here, if you want to save or again punish very pushy CTs, you can right here just stay behind the box and save, or get onto the box and look through this fence into A main if you know the CTs are always pushing. Like this, of course, you can get a very good angle, and in a couple of seconds I will also show you how it looks from the other side, and you can then see right here when the CT is moving out, he cannot see you. If we again take the AWP and zoom in, you see barely visible. Of course, you can also do the crouch jump from the other side right here and be able to again drop down on them and kill them in case you know that they're there and not looking into, or better said, between the boxes. Next up, the mid garage jump. One of my favorites actually if you're playing mid. Again, preferably for all the mid things you want to smoke it off like I did right here. Then you want to strafe onto this ledge right here and you get a nice good off angle once again on them. This one can be kind of handy for both, as you see, garage and also the boost spot. You can also then strafe out and strafe back in. You cannot just jump over because there's a little ledge above you which will keep you from doing so. Next up would have the B-side pile stack. So again, just jump on these boxes like I did right here and preferably combine this one with a smoke. You get somewhat of a one-way smoke, not completely, but it's very hard to spot you, and you can basically look into kind of B main and see if everyone is trying to get into checkers, or again shoot into checkers and then drop down immediately so you not get shot. Next up, for number 9, would have the CT to B over smoke. So if you're trying to retake the B side, usually this one is smoked off right here. But if you get onto this box right here, you can look over it most of the time and get a nice cheeky kill. Also, if there's no smoke, you can do it just in order to kind of throw off the enemy's headshot aim, because they won't be able to see you. Now right here again with the smoke, the T basically wasn't able to see us, and yes. Next up, we'd have the mid-solo counter boost. This one is very hard for beginners. You want to jump around, or better strafe around, onto this little white box and then get onto this pipe right here in order to get a good, again, off angle on mid, or basically the garage area. You can do the same thing again as soon as you're on the white ledge or white box, just like coils, white box, and then you go on here, again, strafe around onto the white box, and now you want to basically jump onto the AC unit right here, and you fail. No, but seriously, this jump is extremely hard to do and you're exposing yourself for quite some time. So make sure to rethink, or better said, think twice about if you want to do so, because it's very likely that you'll fail. But if you manage to pull it off, you're able to basically strafe around like this, get onto the top, and then you got complete line of sight in front of the A main area where the T's are coming from. You then also can go into A main and kill them from behind, which is quite handy. Now I got some more bonus stuff for you guys, 5 extra tips. So if you get onto this truck, crouch jump right here, and again strafe crouch jump onto this, and usually this is a 2-man boost, but you can also just use the scout jumping right here in order to try someone like rotating or holding mid, and especially if he's pushy. Another thing that I have for you guys is basically when you're here and you want to punish the guys for boosting on the boost spot right there, you can jump onto white box and get an angle on them before they can actually see you or are prepared for you. If you're really brave, you can also sneak up on them like this. However, I would not recommend it. Also, right here, if they're trying to say, well, they're running over B, you can basically just strafe onto the box, which will make you a little bit faster. Another thing, if you are trying to retake A side and you know that no one is in front of CT red like this, you can try to look above like this. So get all the way onto the top of the roof of the truck, because I've seen this position played a lot lately by T's, because like this they're covering the highway area, as you can see right here, and usually if they're standing you can see their heads. So make sure to first go onto the top of the car in order to check for slight head spots, and even if you aren't like able to see anything, as soon as you're up there, you're basically safe, because the CT red area is blocking everything that you can usually get shot from. Another thing, if you run up to this whiteboard and as soon as you're touching it, you jump, you can basically peek into A main, which again makes you kind of a hard target to hit, because your head is only showing every now and then, and usually guys are not prepared for it. So if you want to just spot it out and get some intel, this is a nice way to do it. Last but not least, I have some weird saving spots that are not really useful, but I thought I'd include them anyways, because maybe you guys can make something out of them, because I didn't. They're all kind of useless. But if you felt like the others were somewhat useful, please leave a like or subscribe or something like this if you want to see more videos similar to this one. But thanks much all for now, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and luckySkillFaker out.